me he'd get me back. They treated me well, and they came through on their promises.
Many people are told they need a new hip or knee because they're bone on bone. But if there's just a sliver of cartilage left, we can help.
It's a whole lot better than it was when I started this program.
Call 844-200-PAIN to schedule your no-cost consultation.
No matter the trade, Masterforce has the tools to complete your next project. Whether you're making repairs or installing a new upgrade, we have the tool for you. Load up your toolbox and get rolling with Masterforce. Any location, any tool. Get the job done with Masterforce. The tool's trusted by tradesmen. Get a 25-foot tape measure for $7.99 after 11% off.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in protecting our freedoms, fairness for all, and public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock, and welcome to Up North at 4. Today on the show, we'll preview a few upcoming shows at the Headwaters Performing Arts Center. We'll recap the year that's been, and finally, discover what the determination of one sixth grader can lead to. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. I learned quickly as the youngest kid in my family that if you want a new pair of shoes or clothes, too bad. I was getting the hand-me-downs, but trying to pass down clothing to these next two kids means you'll probably have to go to the big and tall section. I'm not sure what they're feeding the kids in Michigan, but we have a 9-year-old fourth grader named Ruby, who's now a world record holder, all because the size of her feet. Size 11, the largest stompers for a girl her age, a record that she wears with pride. And elsewhere in Michigan, a young man named Eric Kilburn has since gone viral for his size 24 shoe. Eric is 14 years old, but he stands at 6 feet 10 inches tall. And as you can imagine, finding a pair of shoes that fit has been nearly impossible. Luckily for him, Under Armour has come to the rescue, fitting Eric with specialty shoes and cleats for football season. And I just have a feeling we'll see Eric in about 10 years getting drafted in the NFL to play left tackle or something. Our office setting, like most others, have a NCAA tournament bracket pool, and I, like most others, have a bracket that is totally busted. I tried making picks based on my heart, my gut, and educated guesses, but the key is to apparently pick based on vacation destinations like 4-year-old Ella. She's on the path towards winning her family's pool as she picked San Diego State to correctly advance to the Final Four, a team that came in with 60-1 odds. The reason for that pick is just because the family's vacation to San Diego last year. I guess if it works, who's to say it's a bad strategy? Meanwhile, Ella's dad says if any folks from San Diego State want to honor his daughter's love, a full scholarship would be appreciated. You know, I try my best to stay up to date with the latest trends and pop culture moments, but the way people have embraced the movie Cocaine Bear is very bizarre, even for me. The movie, which is based on the story of a drug-ingesting predator, has been a huge hit. And so one couple made Cocaine Bear part of the biggest day of their lives. Armando and Alexandra tied the knot at the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall, a place that is home to a mascot named Pablo Escobar. I'm not sure what the party favors were for the guests, but I also don't think I want to know. If you've ever watched this show before, you know that I am sick and tired of this lingering snow season. I just want to get to the warmer days, get to the cookouts, all that good stuff. And this year, we'll apparently have a new product to add onto the grocery list for those cookouts. It's a mammoth meatball made with a tiny trace of mammoth DNA. It's not actually made for human consumption, and it mostly contains lamb meat, but the product was developed as a publicity stunt in Australia. The company Vow says their goal is to make eating habits more friendly for the planet, which means including lab-grown meat. I'm willing to try it, but I might have to leave the mammoth stuff alone. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joining us now. Mammoth meatballs, Jeff. Yay or nay?
A publicity stunt, huh? It seems like it worked across the frost. All right.
Good to hear. So.
Here we go, Nate. Looking outside now. This looks like it could be what? 60, 70? Nope. Temperatures are hanging out in the 20s right now in Rhinelander with a northwest breeze around 8. A feel-like temperature there of 18 and a dew point below 0 right now. Over in Wausau, 28 for you. Okay, you win with that west wind around 10, making it feel like the upper teens. Okay, we need to talk because we have things going on. So first off, several weather systems are on the way. 3 in particular, and each of those could bring us a round of snow. The first one arrives for us late tomorrow night into early parts of Friday morning with rain and snow. The next one gets in here Friday night into Saturday. That's kind of like the big one. That could bring a really good snowfall in parts of north central Wisconsin. And then another one gets in here late Monday into Tuesday. Again, any of these could bring us some snow and a lot of snow as we get into the weekend. This is a look at how much precipitation's on the way in liquid form. So we're talking 2 to 3 to 4 inches of potential rainfall, but it's not all going to fall as rain. There'll be some snow in here as well. And by the way, putting this much rain on top of a snowpack will lead to flooding concerns as well. Okay, so looking outside today, it's quiet. This is the calm before the storm. We're melting snow across parts of the area today, especially across southern Wisconsin. But off to the west, things are brewing. And here it is right there. This is the beginning of our thing going on. The first wave, at least, will get in here tomorrow evening and early parts of Friday. There's a lot going on here, lots of energy, lots of moisture, lots of oomph in the atmosphere. And it is spring. These systems have more moisture in them. They can handle more moisture, and that's moving our way beginning tomorrow. Let's walk you through it tonight. No worries at all. Tomorrow morning, no worries. And tomorrow evening, there's snow, there's rain. That gets out of here Friday, a break in the action early Friday, followed by the main event Friday evening. Any of this could be very, very, very heavy snowfall into early parts of Saturday. More on that at 5 o'clock.
It's back. 3 of Central Wisconsin's best RV dealerships join forces for the biggest savings of the year. DNL Recreation, Lake Country RV, and Cunis RV host the 2023 Spring RV Open House in Wisconsin Rapids, Thursday, March 30th through Sunday, April 2nd.
Soon, you'll be headed to the polls to decide the future of our state. And here's my promise to you. I'll look at every case in a fair, impartial manner. And I'll follow the law and our Constitution. As a prosecutor and as a judge, I've put dangerous criminals in jail. I've fought to guard our rights and our freedom. That's exactly what I'll do on the Supreme Court. I'm Judge Janet Protasewicz, and I'm asking for your vote by April 4th.
This is Eargo. They automatically enhance your hearing wherever you are.
Ours comes with buttons on the back, so you can fiddle around to your heart's content.
Like the 80s all over again.
Cool, right?
For a limited time, get $300 off our latest device.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when you need help with an assignment. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility, first. But second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Come out to Northern Pines and leave the cooking to us. Have a cold drink and relax as you enjoy the beautiful view of the lake and great food. Try our Friday night fish fry and seafood buffet. Come out to Northern Pines on Butternut Lake.
It's back. 3 of Central Wisconsin's best RV dealerships join forces for the biggest savings of the year. DNL Recreation, Lake Country RV, and Cunis RV host the 2023 Spring RV Open House in Wisconsin Rapids, Thursday, March 30th through Sunday, April 2nd.
Welcome on back to Up North F4. Joining us again, it's the first time back in a while, I think. So Jenny over from the Headwaters Council of Performing Arts up in Eagle River joining us now. It's that time of year. It's time to start winding down a little bit. The season's coming to a close. You have 2 final shows before the season is over. What's coming up, though, in the next month or so, Jenny?
So this Saturday, we have Forever Simon and Garfunkel, which will be Saturday, 7:30 p.m., Northland Pines High School Auditorium. It is going to be a fabulous show. We had to cancel a show earlier in the season which is why we work with talent agents. And so they brought in a replacement show for us. So that is this replacement show.
Okay.
And so we will be doing that this Saturday, again, 7:30, Northland Pines High School Auditorium. And then we'll finish our season on Saturday, April 29th with Troupe Vertigo. And they are like a Cirque du Soleil type act, dancing, aerial things, acrobatics. It's going to be quite awesome. And then, because that's our last show of the season, at that intermission, we will show the shows that we've picked for next season.
So it's like a 2-for-1 if you go to the Troupe Vertigo show on the 29th. Obviously, you get the show itself. And you get a little, shall I say, appetizer for next year. Is there anything you're willing to tell us right now, Jenny?
Absolutely
on Up North at 4?
Not.
What? Come on.
Sorry.
Please.
I can't. Insider trading. I'll be fired. Can you get fired?
Trading,
Can you get fired from a volunteer position? I don't want to find out. I'd get fired.
It'd be fun to take a risk.
To get fired there, Nate.
This is true. I don't want
You're
you
willing to take a risk? Thanks.
On your
Thanks,
behalf,
Nate.
yeah. I'm
Thanks,
the
Nate.
one on your behalf.
I was only mad at Jeff because of the weather. Now I'm a little upset.
All right, that's
with you.
fair enough.
Forecast?
That is terrible.
I 100%, yeah.
I know.
I'm filing a tersely worded review of your forecast.
All right. Tersely worded, as they say. All right, so this Saturday, though, let's go back to this. It's the Everly Set, I believe,
The
is the
Everly
name
Set
of the group,
performing
right?
Forever Simon and Garfunkel. And it's really cool. They're going to start with the teenage years of Simon and Garfunkel, take it through then their global hit sensations, and then they're going to go into Paul Simon's solo career. So it's really the whole gamut of the Simon and Garfunkel and then Paul Simon songs.
So is it kind of like, is it like a 2 shows in one in a way, where it's not just like we're performing the songs, like, but like you get the history of it,
Yeah, they're going to talk
storytelling?
all about it, the teenage years, the big, huge success years, and
That is
then
cool.
Simon as a...
I think Nate's a Simon and Garfunkel fan.
Oh, there's so many...
What's your favorite song?
You know that one? I can name one
Do you have to deal with that?
I know. Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, is that them?
Cecilia.
Okay, yeah, okay. We can talk about
Jeff
this.
will talk later.
I will. Can you walk us through a bit of what the season's been like so far for you? Yeah.
Yes. So since COVID, which for everybody, it's been really hard on the arts. And we have not had our normal full 6-show season since then. We baby stepped our way back, and I'll give you this information. Our next season will have 6 shows. So that's exciting.
We're back to normal?
Yes.
We're back to
Took a while.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Some of us are back to normal.
Okay. So can you say you had a favorite show this year, or is that kind of like on the spot, you can't do that, it'll get you in trouble?
We've had so many really good shows, but I am, and I'm excited about all the shows. I love Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
I've got, their cassettes because I'm old, but whatever.
Nate's like, what's that?
I know. 8-track. I know. Stop.
Vinyl.
I'm very excited about the Simon and Garfunkel show. I've loved all the shows this year, but I am so excited about the Troupe Vertigo show because it's such a different act for us. And I think it's going to bring in a lot of families, a lot of younger kids are going to come in, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that, and we're going to run out of time here, so we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to touch on Troupe Vertigo coming up. We're going to touch on next year's slate, what Jenny will give us.
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us.
We'll see. Find out next on Up North at 4.
Cost Cutters doesn't cut corners, only fresh new looks. Save big this month at Cost Cutters. Buy one, get one half off sale on all styling and finishing products.
Mark your calendars and spring into summer with the 34th Annual Wisconsin River Pro Rodeo. Enjoy 3 action-packed days of a professional rodeo in Merrill, perfect for the whole family to enjoy. Be sure to get your tickets early. The Wisconsin River Pro Rodeo, June 9th, 10th, and 11th.
I got a call from some scammer who had the nerve to ask for my Medicare number. I was not born yesterday.
When someone asked for my Medicare number in a text, I knew it was a scam. Nice catch.
And your mother knew it wasn't a real email.
Go, Mom.
I don't share my Medicare number with strangers.
If you get a call, text, or email asking for your Medicare or personal information,
delete.
Shut it down.
Nope.
Learn more at Medicare.gov/fraud.
Wisconsin seniors depend on Social Security, but extremist Dan Kelly doesn't care about them. Kelly wrote that Social Security was similar to slavery. And Kelly insulted seniors by writing that those on Social Security are, quote, people who have chosen to retire without sufficient assets to support themselves. Do you want a radical like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. Celebrate decades of restful nights with 0% interest for 5 years. Bring home a Tempur-Pedic or Stearns & Foster mattress starting at $34 per month. Or a Purple Hybrid mattress from $35 per month. Only at Ashley.
Cost Cutters doesn't cut corners. Only fresh new looks. Save big this month at Cost Cutters. Buy one, get one half off sale on all styling and finishing products.
At first. It took me a second.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. We're joined by Jenny, our good pal from the Ed Waters Council of the Performing Arts. Final 2 shows of the season coming up within the next month or so. We'll put it that way.
I do have a question for you guys. Just in case there would be an issue with our final show, are you prepared to be understudies?
You know, that was my original plan, is to like really dedicate myself to the troupe Vertigo. And
she said leotard.
Yeah.
Come on, you're not
can't wear a leotard.
You're afraid of a leotard?
You can.
I'm on keto, but it's not looking that good yet.
Yeah, but if you have too baggy of clothes, it'll get stuck in all the spinning apparatus stuff.
He's got a point there. I like what you're saying here, Jenny. Anyway, I did a deep dive on what Troupe Vertigo does. We have video of it, by the way. It is, like, mind-blowing. Like, this is full-on, we're hanging from ropes from the ceiling, twisting around, kicking our legs up.
I could do
There's hoops, they're balanced.
Do you want to? Wait,
Jeff,
are we talking
I
like
need you
Cirque du Soleil kind of
Yeah,
thing?
Jeff, take a look at what's on the screen right now. Like, they're bending in ways that I don't even know the human form. You can do that.
I can do
You've seen
that.
bendy.
Yes.
Yes.
I can do like a
hold on, Jenny.
backwards.
I gotta stop.
Round
this.
off.
I can do
into
that,
a
Jeff.
Backflip.
Come on.
You doubt me?
I don't doubt you, but you're doing that.
Yeah, that's just some. Look, I can do that. See, that's just some guy.
Oh, you just want to be the guy in the orchestra, is what you're saying.
I can do that. I could. Yes.
Spinning, I would probably vomit.
I'm getting so worked up over. There's no.
What do you guys? You guys think I can't do this?
I think you can. I think Nate's a doubter.
Put me in coach. I
Let's
can
do it.
Do you know people?
Yeah, I know people. We'll get you on there.
I've got so
you
many
show
thoughts.
up in your leotard, you're on
But hang
stage.
on, no leotard. I can't do it.
Well,
Because here's the thing, I have a
Jeff.
public profile that will live in my life forever.
Okay.
Like, that'll be on my epitaph.
Well, how about tails? Maybe a Suko with tails?
Okay, I can do
Top
it.
hat?
Look like a penguin. Yeah, I can do
Monocle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
We got this figured out?
Sorry.
We're good?
Sure.
No, just making sure.
Theo took my seats. I'm over here.
Jenny, you did mention before, too. So, Troupe Vertigo, this is kind of new waters for you, though, at Headwaters. It's like a different act.
Yeah, different kind of act.
Is that kind of the direction, or maybe not the direction, but we're trying to get that new...
So our new season that we will unveil at the Troupe Vertigo show has some very exciting acts in it.
Like?
And they're exciting.
Like what ones?
Exciting ones, Nate.
Names?
You're not going to break me.
Like, do you know
can
what they are yet?
waterboard me, I'm not breaking.
You do know, right?
I know.
Okay. How about initials? Can you give us initials? Wow, this is a lot of...
No, you guys are going to get me fired. Seriously.
Okay. So for families out there wondering if bringing their kids to a show is a good thought.
Absolutely. All our shows
These are kid-friendly shows next year.
Absolutely. All our shows always are.
And are there, like, people in the shows? Are they animated figures, or are they, like, normal humans?
They're normal humans. We don't have...
We're going to be Pictionary.
No marionettes on stage.
We're going to get it out of Jenny before she walks out of this door today. That is my promise.
You guys are flanking me. I'm a little bit nervous.
We literally have you surrounded
I know.
Jenny. But final 2 shows, though, of course, coming up here. And then the next year's slate will be announced on April 29th at the Troupe Vertigo show.
And if I may, you can get tickets ahead of time at Eagle River Roasters in Eagle River. They're $30, or you can get them at the show, the night of the show, at the door. Absolutely. I always say get your tickets ahead of time, especially for the Troupe Vertigo show, guys. I think that is going to be a huge sellout, huge crowd pleaser. Again, Simon and Garfunkel, it's just going to be great. With all the snow you're bringing, brave the snow and let's go. Let's go take in the arts.
That's what I'm saying. All right. Jenny, we appreciate you coming on. It's always a blast chatting with you, and we will get that info out of you before we leave.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
Family's just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous, non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Our officers risk their lives to protect your families.
But law enforcement's hands are tied when judges like Janet Protasiewicz refuse to hold dangerous criminals accountable.
Including a man who brutally raped a 13-year-old girl and posted a video of it to Facebook. Monsters like him belong in prison. Judge Janet disagrees.
Wisconsin sheriffs are supporting Dan Kelly for Supreme Court. He enforces the rule of law, not the rule of Janet.
Vote Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
All righty, welcome on back to Up North at 4. You know, Jeff, we work here at an NBC station, so we know what it's like when the Olympics come around, and I feel like every 4 years, specifically when the Winter Olympics come around, everybody in America kind of falls in love with curling.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, it just kind of captures
gaining popularity,
people's attentions, and it is a really fun game to play, participate in, and watch as well. I'm full on. I love watching curling, but it is kind of funny that it just sort of comes and goes for some people. Regardless, though, there was a 6th grader named Elena who loves curling so much. She's been doing it for several years now, and her mission was to make curling the official sport of her home state in North Dakota. So she began this sort of grassroots, boots-on-the-ground operation, and word eventually got to the governor's office. They convinced the governor to sign a declaration, and so to ring in this new decree, they had a tournament, or a bonspiel, as they call it in curling lingo, to make it official. The sport of North Dakota is curling, which is really cool. I love the fact that it came from a 6th grader just taking this initiative. And then, Jeff, I was also curious when I saw this story, what's the official sport of Wisconsin? Do you know?
I don't know, like horseshoes, bags.
Trick question.
Bags.
There is no official sport of Wisconsin.
Well, we need one.
So we do need to make, we need to make a sport the official sport of Wisconsin. But come on, I don't want a sport that's been invented. I want something
make your own.
I want to be innovative, because that's what we do here in Wisconsin. So I've developed a sport, and I'm going to run you through this sport and its rules right now, and I want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay,
It's
ready.
called the Wisconsin Pentathlon. Let's look at it. You're going to start your race. You got to have a Miller Lite with a basket of cheese curds. You got to eat and drink this as fast as you can, okay?
Easily done.
Easily done. After that, you got to hop into your F-150 with the boat on the back like you're going up north in the cabin. You're going to race along the highway to your shift at the cheese factory. This is stop 3 here.
There it is.
You're going to clock into your job at the cheese factory, speed run through your job there, clock out. You're going to get back into your F-150 with the boat on the back. The
boat's still there.
Race back. Hopefully the boat is still
We
there.
didn't put the boat in the water yet.
Race back home. And you got to finish your pentathlon race as any good Wisconsinite would do, with a fish fry and a
but
brandy.
how come we didn't put the boat in the water?
Fashioned. Because I feel like a lot of people I know just kind of keep the boat out of the water.
People struggle with putting boats in water.
So you, okay, so
ever
you're
been
saying
to a boat landing like in the middle of summer?
No,
it's a bit comical.
This is we're in the draft stage, so this is I'm open to any suggestions. You're
Fish fry
saying
looks good, though.
we maybe expand this from a pentathlon to a Decathlon's 10. Whatever 6
We can add a
events
couple
would be.
more events, right? But
Where,
I like the ending with the fish fry
Okay.
and an old-fashioned or 2.
So there are legs to this.
They go down easily. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
I'm just saying.
But we got to put the boat in the water.
Boat in the waters, we're going to add this
and
to
avoid the invasive species
Of
because
course.
that's bad.
So maybe that's another thing you got to scrape off.
Yes.
Okay.
So like scrub off some mussels, right?
I can get behind that.
And then we got to look out for the Eurasian milfoil because that's a problem too.
I don't know what that is, but I trust you. I think we're onto something. But hey, we can make the Wisconsin
where's the dog go?
Pentathlon or Decathlon, whatever you want to call it. Let's make this the official sport. Let's do it.
All right, we got to call the Gov.
We will. We'll get Tony Evers on the phone and make this a thing, Jeff.
Where's my
All
cell
right.
phone?
In the meantime, we are going to take a break on Up North at 4. We'll be right back after this.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
At Wausau Hearns Furniture, we want you to save. During the month of April, we will pay the sales tax, and there's no purchase limit. Whether in stock or special order, you save because we are paying the sales tax.
Stop in soon at Wausau Hearns Furniture.
I don't like Dan Kelly.
I think he's corrupt.
First of all, he recused himself from the Zignego case because of ethical concerns.
Then he took $20,000 from Zignego and his family.
After he got the money, he unrecused himself so he could judge the case.
That's not something a judge with any ethics would do.
That's textbook corruption. It's all in the public record, too.
Dan Kelly is too corrupt.
He's too extreme.
And he doesn't care about us.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Your roofing and siding have taken a beating this winter, but good news. It's Feldco season.
Feldco season. It means 40% off roofing and siding with no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2024, so you can upgrade those weather-worn eyesores without breaking the bank. It also means fast, so your home will look its best for the warmer weather ahead. It's the season of home renewal. It's Feldco season. 40% off ends Friday.
Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
A person is known by the company they keep. Who are Judge Janet Protasewitz's friends? Predatory abortion profiteers. The type of savages that support late-term abortions that cause excruciating pain and stop a beating heart. And they want you, the taxpayer, to foot the bill. Janet Protasewicz and her bloodthirsty comrades don't care about Wisconsin's values. They care about making money, killing babies. Vote Dan Kelly on April 4th.
At Wausau Hearns Furniture, we want you to save. During the month of April, we will pay the sales tax, and there's no purchase limit. Whether in stock or special order, you save because we are paying the sales tax.
Stop in soon at Wausau Hearns Furniture.
Noon News Now with Kevin Kraft and Jeff Weller. Weekdays on News Watch 12.
So, Jeff, we didn't get to this when I was talking about my idea for the Wisconsin Pentathlon, whatever you want to call it. I put together a little all-star roster of famous Wisconsinites that I think could do really well in this competition. I just want to give you my list here. You can tell me what you think. If we get like a tag team of Chris Farley, Bob Uecker, and Giannis, who sneakily has a ridiculous diet, I feel like we could do well with this and just dominate the rest of the country. What do we think about this?
I think we're onto something.
We have legs here,
I think we're onto something.
We're gonna
make some phone calls today. Before we go tonight, let's call these people up and get them on the roster.
Make this the official sport. All righty, Jeff. So
Evers first, though. We got to call Evers.
We got this working on the docket for us. Maybe we can even add snow blowing to it as well.
That's good exercise.
We're gonna have to do that apparently in the next couple of days. But a lot of fun on this show today, Jeff. We're gonna have more fun tomorrow. We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
Our News Watch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most to the North Woods. NBC News Watch 12, from where you live.
Are you seeing cracks in your basement walls? Are you wondering if your basement needs to be repaired? Call EBT Foundation Solutions. We'll conduct a free 20-point inspection. Visit callabt.com.
Call ABT.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody